That's fun. That's really good. Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we're taking a look at Awkward Silence by Stray Kids. If you're on Patreon, you're probably wondering why I have so many videos that release every day in reference to Stray Kids. It's because during this month, in order to stay on schedule, I have to look at about 4 Stray Kids routines or tracks a day, which is a lot, but it's really fun because I get to see Stray Kids a lot, and be very saturated in them for a whole month, which I think is super fun. So I'm pretty pumped about this. This one does have a music video and a dance practice, but I have no idea what it sounds like or what style it is, so can't wait to check it out. Let's watch. Wow. Cute! Very clean. I love the complete playfulness that they're going about this, because when they end up going very clean with it, oh man, when they go really clean, it helps you appreciate the humor behind it. That was funny. Oh, so gimmicky. Oh man. Nice. Oh, getting a workout with those thighs on that part. Fun. Nice. Kick step touch and a kickball change. Hey. Wow. That's really funny. The first one was hilarious. That one was just as funny because it's the commitment. You got to get this right, and they did. Love that. Oh, we're fishing with the water? Oh, I love it. Oh, man. La 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 la, la 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 la. Nice. That was good. Commitment. Oh, this is wonderful. That's funny. That's funny. That was so cute. Goodness gracious, I had a lot of fun looking at that. And we have a music video, so of course we're going to press play right now and watch it. I'm wondering what this is going to look like, because the choreo is really fun and holds it down all by itself. Ah. Fun. I wonder what the next awkward thing's going to be. You'll get wrinkles like a caterpillar, and it's like a, which is like a, you know, like worms, you know, they do that, so that's fun. That's really good. That's good. Oh, that's good. He just slapped that camera. Oh, that's funny. Don't make your bright face grim. Doesn't suit you. Awkward silence. What can I do when I feel bad? I'll just go out and eat beef again. Yo! That's really good. There you go, mate. There you go, mate. Acrobatics. No need to keep awkward silence. Oh, this is so good. Even the lyrics are freaking funny. Like, it's like a whole package. This could look so awkward, but it's not. Like, that's the beauty of it. Is this one shouldn't be like super awkward in like execution, but the commitment is what sells that. Love it. That's fun. That was really fun. Probably one of my favorite music videos to date. I love the commitment in that. And honestly, the dance is so, I mean, when you want to talk about the relationship between the movement to music, this one's pretty spot on, because I kind of got the gist of what they were going for even without knowing the lyricism. But as soon as I heard the lyrics, that made it 10 times funnier. So I'm excited to dive into this. The beginning, totally not taking it seriously whatsoever. You got multiple stand downs happening right here. We have who knows what's happening over here. We got somebody in timeout. They did not follow the rules, and then you have somebody that's also collaborating with what's going on over there. So great start, honestly. I think one of the best starts you can have to a dance practice. And I've mentioned this before, but every time I come across it, I'll just reference it just in case this is your first video. Whenever you see a concept like this, it's more humor based, it does allow there to be a significantly more room for mistakes, right? For gimmicks, and for not taking your movement quality as seriously, and people being more individualized. Because in a humor environment, you're not really thinking about cleanliness. That's more for the absence of emotion. If you think about it, like AI, anything CGI related, or things that have that more monotone, or like more neurotic in nature type of vibes, you're going to think of synchronicity more there than in the happier things. Because whenever it's communal and it's fun, a lot of times you don't think about the perfectionism that can come across in those ways. But a routine that is clean but also showcases a happier, more gregarious concept, so happier in tone and emotion, you're going to appreciate it more, and it's going to feel more complete. It's only going to enhance. It's not really going to take away. So I really like that, where it's just so unhinged in the beginning. I really like it. There's a whole little drop kick. Great. The marches in the back are really fun. Hey, what are you doing? They tussling. That's not a fight. They tussling. Cute. I like that choice. That really nice. Feels like a turntable's been adjusted, and then they reverse it back. I like the snap there, and now we're back to a frozen frame. I love the fact he smile. And everyone's kind of holding them back a little bit. I love the commitment to the face. He looks over, hey, let's not do that. He goes over, shoulder shrug, super cute. Little snap there. They're like, what? Really cool. The bass is there. Here, of course, when you hear a bass, you would want to think more fullness in the groundedness of your body. But here in this case, he's hitting it. It's pretty awkward in how he's hitting it, but because the whole track is called Awkward Silence, having awkward execution, but the commitment by everybody works well, because he's the only one that's technically hitting and accenting with his arms. Everybody's using their legs to travel it out. You have somebody else is complementing with his hands here. I think that's Felix. You're gonna have this particular, you know, what's the word? It just feels more, because it's all, everyone is, oh gosh, because everybody is committing to it, it feels very intentional and purposeful, so it allows you to see it in the way they want you to see it, which I like. Cool. Really nice. I like the extension out, like, hey, don't arrest me, please. Love that switch through. I love that dee-dee-dee-dee-wom-da-da. Like that choice where they bleed it through, has a nice little accent in that moment. Fun. It does remind me, if you think of Gen 5 groups, because remember, I'm seeing this in like 2024, Gen 5 groups, a lot of them have this type of gregarious vibe, choreo. But the difference is it is so freaking dense, and there's so much going on, and it's very full out. Now, I love it. I think it's super dope, but I also really love this approach because it is simpler. They're hitting ands and whole counts more so than syncopating or riding intricate rhythms with it. And I think there's both in beauty in both. So if this was in a Gen 5 context, I would appreciate it about as much as I appreciate it now, which is great on a choreographic front. I think it's so fun. It's just fun, and it makes you just want to enjoy it, which is what I'm doing, honestly. I like the fact that they're all saying, hey, you know, kind of making him look like, why are you making mistakes? But then when he turns, they all look away. I love the commitment to that. They're like, hey, don't look at me. Like the little high five there, the swing, da-na-na-na. Yeah, so if we're gonna play, I think Changbin's gonna be my Where's Waldo in the group, because I feel like he's the one I keep trying to find. Is that Changbin? Once again, going off of tone, not off of face. So maybe if I was wrong before, I'm just going to continue to be wrong. That's what my gut tells me, that that's Changbin there. We'll find out. Patreon will let me know, and we'll move on from there. But yeah, fun seeing that. I like the little ding, 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 ding. Cool. Like the honking that horn is fun. Also having every other, and they're facing different directions. Really like that choice too. Makes it clearer to see who's doing what in what group. Even though everyone's making different arm choices, it looks fun. Technically, I mean, yes, they're doing the same arm, but you notice that how they're pulling slightly different. Some are pulling more down. Some are having a more of an uppercut approach. Some are not even extending their arm. Some are doing, you know, so it's like there's more freedom in the upper body choices. As long as the torso is kind of doing the same thing, it works. Like you're bringing it through, he goes here, and then we go. He goes, time to sleep, blah, blah. Love that. And then lights go, and I like the choice where they all go, bye-bye, away. Nice little curtain transition. Little kick step, kick ball change. I think, really like that. Simple, bringing it through. Little aegyo involved in this. Little smile. Little body roll. And I think they're talking about you'll get wrinkles like a caterpillar, and so having a body roll signifies similar to a worm or that family. I do like that. It's fun. It makes sense of the wordplay. The pull on that's really nice, and they take their body in opposition away, so it creates a fun visual there, and they go and transition away. I really love his commitment. He's also in shorts, and I just find that really, really fun, because I'm used to the skinny jeans and the athletic pants. I'm not used to I'm not used to stray kids in shorts, or at least khakis. He's pulling a Jake from State Farm today. It's fine though. It's a vibe. I love this. They branch over. Love this choice. This is so awkward in the best way possible. That the commitment. I think this is, honestly, I think this is the best part of the entire choreography, is this moment right here. Let's appreciate it. That's great. And then of course his fullness of his tone is great, and his commitment is really easy for us to see him. Everybody looks at him. We all go, all right, and we transition out of it. Light little peace sign there. There we go. It's a little, you know, heel toe. It does remind me, I wouldn't give it, like, real talk, I have tried to Google and I've tried to look what variation this particular move is. I see it in so much content. Sometimes I call it a crab variation. I call it a heel toe variation. I call it little various things. I feel like there is an actual name for it, and I am just overlooking it and over analyzing it, if that makes sense. So if you happen to know what the actual name of this move right here is, that right there, it's not a Charleston or anything like that. It's just, yeah. I don't freaking know. Google doesn't have a reverse video search. They only have a reverse picture search. So I haven't been able to really dig. I digress. Anyway, I do see that move often. GOT7 did it in one of their tracks. I see it a lot in a lot of choreography. It's a fun groove. It's a really good way to create a fun transition, or no, not really a transition. It allows for more polyrhythm opportunities in the upper body by having something interesting happen in the lower body. Here in this case, it's more on the simpler side, which I like. I like it. Nice little trot action. Everybody goes. I like the kick action, and then they take it, they pull the energy with the right arm, roll it through, and then we choose to travel it up to the shoulders. Nice little toe taps, little step, bump, and a dun dun. I really like that, where they take it, they rotate it in, make it a moment with the head. Boom, this part right here, and a da da da. I like that transition. It's fun with the rock and the pickup with the feet. You know, could we get away with maybe an MC rock? Maybe, but I don't think there's a heaviness of a rock to really give it that. But I do like the transition a lot. The bounce is fun. That right there specifically is what reminds me of an MC rock. If you don't know what that is, it's, you know, MCs who are rappers. Whenever they're, you know, they're rapping or they're showcasing their lyricism, they pick up their feet and they rock. That's what it's called, an MC rock. So I think that's fun. Bring it through. Fun little chase. Not chase, trace. Oh, Jess. A trace from the arm into the chest, and they make it a fun chest pop moment. The throw, I like this. He goes and showcases that little X, and then they look through. Ding, ding, settle. He looks with his hands, makes it a fun moment. It's like, what? Bringing it through. Do-do-do-do. Love that with the rotation. They accent it, and then they cause a nice travel. This part, it reminds me of, you know, whenever, at least in the Korean school media, in like the school dramas where they're at a uniform or they get in trouble, they would do these types of walks, but they wouldn't march it. They would like have their hands on their head or something. It reminds me of that. It's not a duck walk from Vogue or anything like that. If you're going to hybrid it, it would be the closest thing in family to that. It's just a squat walk is what I would call that. I like having your feature in the center, making it all the vibes. You could do that juju on that beat vibe, but he's just kind of vibing it out here, which is cool. They take it. I love that. They pull. I love that energy as they transition in and out. Whoa, nice little toe tap on that part and little Millie rock. So it has some viral influences in it, but it feels more like that childlike vibe. It doesn't feel like we're trying too hard. It kind of feels like we're adding to the cringiness, but I'm not saying the viral moves are cringy. It's just we're not taking we're not making the choreography come across like this overly dense, complex thing to showcase some form of captivation. The captivation comes from the execution of personality, not just the movement that they're doing. The movement enhances it, but this is what really is projecting their performance and stage presence for sure on this type of track. So seeing this here, they use the viral moves to make it feel more communal, more like a vibe, not quite a, hey, look at me do the shoot really, really well. Like, I don't think that's the point. I don't even think they do the shoot really in this at all. They do more Millie rocks than anything. I like the little rock on that part. Fun. Taking it through. I like that. The crossover on the back. Really nice. There's your caterpillar right there. There's the crisscross, and they take it through. Now, that feels like we're about to do, like we did the most muted Wu-Tang in the world. Was that right there. and then do a little pop, 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 pop. I kind of feel like they were like supposed to pop off here, but they didn't. They hit this about as aggressively as their Wu-Tang, which was pretty muted, but I think it was more for essence than for actual execution. Like I've said before. There you go. I like the kick, and then with a nice little point on that. Crying, and I love the assisted cries. Oh, there's a smile once again. Body roll to a caterpillar. Very nice. Everybody slides, and they're there. Nice little wave with the fingers. Super fun. The presentation, part of me wanted him to do a leap because of how he presented his arms. It felt like he was about to do a tombe, pas de bourrée, glissade, grand jeté. If you know, you know. It just felt very much like that. If he did, I would have lost it, but he didn't need to. You know, we have the awkward birds coming in hot here. Get to our spot. Rah, 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 rah. Oh, that's good. And it also makes sense because he's the one that pops up at the end of these. It makes sense why he was the one that was the wrong bird at the end. Well played, well played. I like it. They take it, they go, It's kind of like a hit them, folks, but really minimal, marked effort. I love it. Bringing it through. There's this once again. Is it, you know what? Would I give it a James Brown? I don't know. You know, could I see somebody take that and vary it up with the James Brown? I would not be surprised. So that, I feel, could be closer in nature to essence of doing it. When you see somebody do a James Brown, doing that with a torso groove, I think makes sense. So, as you can tell, it's whenever there's a move that I feel like I've really dived into and I know what it's called, I just can't figure it out. It does stick with me and it does bother me until I know exactly what it is with confidence. Because remember, I'm learning as I'm doing these videos. I learn from you guys in the comments when you guys give me more insight on what's the happenings of what happened with the group at that time. Not only that, if there's a particular instance of a behind the scenes or something, but also it's, you know, I get exposed to different sequences all the time. And so seeing a move done in a different variation sometimes catches me off guard in a good way. And I end up learning and putting that in my brain and storing it for, you know, if I see it again in another choreo, seeing the trends of the times. It helps me stay up to date and stay relevant to what's going on, regardless if it's a marathon or not. So I digress. I think that's just an occupational habit for me. Like, it's not really a dancer thing. It's just a me thing, honestly. I hit there, boom, and hit, and they look over. I love that choice. Digging it through. Once again, it's really fun. Nice little toe tap, sliding it in, baby. Same as I did before. Nice MC rock, and then they took a little guitar, with the chest, super fun. Throw those arms, look with your head. And honestly, they do a little step out with it too, so I enjoy that a lot. And this right here, this is really fun. They're fishing. I love the commitment. And then you also see the body, so the wave, this assisted wave is traveling opposite. So you have one group in the front going from left to right, the other group going right to left. I really, really like that. And it's just so fun, the engagement. This, I think what makes this so funny is when I looked at the music video, it's what Felix is ad-libbing. It sounds so good, but then when you know what he's just saying hype words on not irrelevant things, but things you don't normally hype up, like beef, you know? All of this is very entertaining. Shopping, shopping, shopping. Yeah. Marbling, marbling. Then he says fashion. Ready? Fashion! Yeah, honestly, I mean, my big thing is that I really like that setup. It's fun. Does it remind me of, I don't know which one was first, and it doesn't matter. Both are fun. 17 had something. It was around the Snap Shoot era. It was this type of vibe where they were like, they have a campfire. They had that kind of wave water illusion. I love when I see groups commit to that. I just think that's the kind of brand or concept this is, and I see different groups do it, and it always looks a little different. Here in this case, I really like it. It does have that school childlike vibe about it. Not saying that they're children, but I'm saying that they have that youthfulness, I think is my point. Not adult youthfulness, but like high school transitioning to college youthfulness. It's just a different age, and I think it's really fun, honestly. Yes, and I love that. Na 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 na. Nice with the swing, the nice little kick with the rotation looks great there. There's your MC rock, but you have one of them. Ah, yeah, and that was in his like the thickest Aussie accent ever. And the MC Rock in the Circle, he's the only outlier, and then he says what he says, which is dope. Nice little two steps with the snaps, and there we go. But da 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 da, nice little booty bump with each other, super fun. I love how he branches them away. That's fun. Boom, 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 boom. I appreciate the commitment. That's probably the most full out thing that we've seen in the entire video, and it makes sense why he would be the one that is the most dysfunctional in terms of the awkward bird. So way to go. I love that. The declaration, love it. Nice little, not Soul Train, but little jazz hands to allow him to come forward. That was fun. That ba-da-da, hit them folks, my guys. And the slide through, I love with the shoulders, super fun. Tap and tap. Oh, that tap and rotate it around. Nice. Da-da-da-da-da. Nice MC Rock once again. Yep, same choreo as before. Da-da. Ah. It says, hey, turn the other way. Oh, my apologies. Hana, do it, Hana, do it. I know it's very like a military thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, Hana, do it, Hana, do it. It's cool. And then they exit. I love the commitment all the way to the end. And then, of course, our last performer, goodbye. I had a lot of fun watching that, honestly. It's probably, I mean, it's one that's kept a smile on my face the longest so far. And it actually makes my jaw hurt. I was smiling the whole time. I really, really liked this, though. It was fun. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. If you want to see more Stray Kids, I have it. YouTube and Patreon. Always more on Patreon, if you ask me. If that is there, if you want to binge away and just enjoy and have fun, ad-free. But if you just want to wait and see what comes out on YouTube every day, of course I do K-pop content, I do regular dance content, and I do Stray Kids. So I'm having a ton of fun, and I'm glad I got to take a look at this. Once again, my name is Jess. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!